यदा यदा हि धर्मस्य
ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मविद्या संप्रदाय कर्तृभ्यो वंशऋषभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः सर्वोपप्लवरहित प्रज्ञान घन प्रत्यगर्थो ब्रह्माहमस्मि सोहमस्मि ब्रह्माहमस्मि। ओम प्रपन्नपारिजाताय तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः। My best wishes and paripurna ashirvadam. May the Almighty Shri Lord Venkateshwara bestow all kinds of prosperity, health, wealth and eternal happiness with paripurna Lakshmi Katakshams to you and entire your family members and friends. Shall we begin? Srimad Bhagavad Gita, verse number 35 in 6th chapter. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Asamshayam Mahabaho Mano Durnigraham Chalam Abhyasena tu Kaunteya Vairagyena Jagrihyate. Bhagavan Krishna, up to verse number 32, taught the Dhyana Yogam, and that also in fourfold way. First, he began with Bahya Sadhanani, general discipline for meditation. Then he also continued as Antaranga Sadhanani, immediate disciplines to be observed. The means, immediate means. Desaha, Kalaha, Asanam, Sharira Sthiti, Prana Samyam, then Indriya Nigraha, Mano Nigraha, Buddhi Nishchayaha. So this kind of all Antaranga Sadhanani. Then also he brought all the portion of Dhyana Swarupam as Dharana, Dhyanam, Samadhi. Then afterwards he taught the fruits of this meditation. Now, after completing everything, Arjuna set a question. That which is the great obstruction for the meditation. Then not even the obstructions are there outside. He says the obstruction which is in the mind alone, mind becomes obstruction. So how can this mind becomes an obstruction for this knowledge? Because when you study Bhagavad Gita or any Shastra, you need to have ekagrata chittam. As Patanjali says, modham, kshiptam, vikshiptam, ekagram, niruddham. There are 5 kinds of mind. Modham means completely deluded. The person cannot understand even Shastra a little bit. Kshiptam means that is always fluctuated. It's completely wavered mind. The mind which is turbulent, and also the mind which doesn't allow the person to sit in a place. Vikshipta means now and then fluctuated mind, and now and then with ekagrata chittam. Ekagra means completely focused, concentrated. Niruddha means completely restrained. That's what known as samadhi. Now Arjuna says, my mind is not modham, kshiptam, even vikshiptam, though I get ekagrata chitta, but I am not able to get niruddha chittam. That is one meaning, because Arjuna was a very trained warrior. His mind, though for the time being it is not stable, but he knows what the mind of ekagrata chittam. Sarvaloka prasiddhatvena tadeva chanchalatvam upapadayati. Arjuna asked for, in general, in all psychological level, the people are fluctuated. They are very difficult because I am not the Uttama Adhikari. I am a Madhyama Adhikari. Madhyama Adhikari means what? A person who is an intermediate. He is not in the beginning preliminary student. He is not even higher student. Now he himself accepts as though, yes, I am an intermediate student. Therefore, I am asking that once I learnt a jnanam, then after even learning the jnanam, that I am not able to set myself, because mind becomes a valid, a powerful, an obstruction in order to set me in the knowledge. Chanchalam atyartham chalam sada chalana swabhavam manaha. The mind has the tendency to jump one object to another object. That is the tendency. Now here he brings the mind, even not allowing my indriya to be endowed with peace. It says pramadhi, indriyanam pramadhi, means it disturbs like anything. All the indriyas are burnt by mind. Mind is not allowing to sit in a place. Tasya aham nigraham manye. It's very difficult to catch a wind. He gives the best example. The Bhashyakara gives lots of the explanation about why he selects this example. Aham nigraham manye. Then Krishna immediately says, asamshayam mahabagho manaha achalam durnigraham chalam. The mind is like that. The creation of mind itself is like that alone. So he makes the bhava. The meaning is jatepi tattvajnane prarabdha karma bhogaya jivataha purushasya kartrutva bhoktrutva sukha dukkha raga dveshadi lakshanaschetta dharmaha klesha hetatvad badhitan anuvrityapi bandhaha bhavati chitta vritti nirodha rupena tu yogena tasya nivaranam jivan muktihi iti uchyati. So very clearly he makes Krishna understand, oh Krishna, see, you are giving the boon, nectar, but I could not assimilate it. I am not able to get the samadhi. Samadhi means become one with the knowledge. There where I am finding difficult. In simple way, I am not able to digest it. I am not able to convert into a direct knowledge. The knowledge exists in indirect knowledge way. Then Bhagavan Krishna brings the solution. Obstruction was introduced by Arjuna. Now the solutions. There are two kinds of upayas. Dve upayav. Two kinds of upayas are introduced. Abhyasa and yoga. This abhyasa means what? Shravana, manana, nididhyasana. Then the continuing with nididhyasana. So nididhyasanam is to restrain, to get the niruddhavastha. You first understand Vedanta study means Shravanam. Shravanam means to observe, to receive the knowledge from the Guru. And always people say, Acharyas say, Shravanam should take place. That Shravanam means direct meaning, literal meaning to hear. Shravanam here which is pointed out, it's not to hear, not to just hear. So in order to hear, you need to have ear and there must be some sound. No, here there are so many circumstances should be together, like making a chemistry. That chemistry, setting a chemistry with Acharya, setting a chemistry with Shastra. If you have proper chemistry with Acharya, nowadays this word is very important. So when two people are acting, the chemistry should work out. In the same way, when two people are marrying, their chemistry should work out. And when two people are doing business or they are making some decision, there must be the chemistry. that chemistry should be brought in the first place in the relationship with Guru. That has to be proper. Therefore, we call it Sahana Vavatu, Sahanau Bhunaktu, Sahaviryam Karavavahai. So many times I tell you this mantra because it's very important. So, Sahana Vavatu, God may protect both of us in order to set the proper chemistry. Because my prarabdhavashat, the student is suffering from his prarabdha, but Guru, who is completely free person, now that free person should have a karuna, compassion towards the person who suffers. If he doesn't have the compassion, he cannot be a Guru, he cannot teach him. Though he brings the compassion, but Shishya, if his prarabdha karma, means the karma phala is not allowing to receive it, no chemistry will work out. Therefore, the student always should be endowed with japa, tapa, so many vratas in order to set a proper chemistry with the Guru. Guru Bhakti is the great in all history. It is said in Puranas, in so many places, that Guru Bhakti will bring the proper chemistry. When you have the proper chemistry with the Guru, that will bring the chemistry with the Shastra. So, though you have the chemistry, but you are not able to set yourself with the Shastra, means so useless. You may get Punya Phala by serving the Guru, but the Shastra brings the knowledge. When you are able to set the chemistry, for that you need to have the Guru's connection. So once you are able to set the chemistry with the Shastra, then the Ishvara can be connected with. Then you can set the chemistry with Ishvara. All together, if it works, you will gain knowledge. Okay? So all this process is known as a Shravanam. Once you receive the knowledge completely, the Shravanam is done. That Shravanam, after the Shravanam, also there are doubts is possible. That doubts won't allow you to sit with the knowledge. Though Shravanam took place, but you are not okay with that, means there are so many doubts, the mind won't allow to observe it. It becomes the obstruction. So once there are obstructions, you cannot go ahead. Therefore, during the Shravanam alone, you should have the interaction with the Guru. Acharyat padamadatte padam sishyasva medhaya. So when teacher teaches, so only you could receive 25% of teaching. That is the capacity of the human being. If you are a ekachanda grahi, what is this ekachanda grahi? So once you hear from the Guru, you will get great understanding what to be understood. So those people were there in the Puranic time, now is very rare because we are out focusing people, extroverted people. Because of media, technology, and so much of information technology around us, the whole world in our hand, in the form of mobile, you can get connected whatever the part in the world you want to get to. Therefore, it's very difficult. It has become, because the mind and body, it has been grossified everything. But when you are sticking with vratas, parayanam, japa, and so many tapas, so willfully making your body into heating, burning vratas. Now we are focused alone, not on the Atma Jnana. We are very sharp-minded people towards out, extrovert. Therefore, the mind becomes a great obstruction. The mind which endowed with doubt, Therefore, now Krishna, in between, he gets the questions, immediately he asks. That part is known as mananam. Mananam means not to repeat merely. Mananam means it is getting clarity and getting solved all the doubts. So once you have become doubtless person, still the knowledge can be sitting inside as though indirect knowledge. The knowledge which is not assimilated, then you need to have nididhyasana part. For that nididhyasana part, because of out-focusing nature, the mind which has that out-focusing nature must be changed completely, and that has to be driven the attention towards insight. Now, it's very difficult job. That's what Arjuna's question meant for. He asked, I'm not able to draw my attention from outside world to inside whatever the knowledge you brought. Then Krishna brought two solutions. Abhyasa Vairagyena. Abhyasa means, there are so many meanings. Abhyasa means continuous practice. That we will see later. First, Vairagya. Vairagya. Vairagya means what? Vigata ragaha. Virakta bhavaha. Not being pulled by outside world. Not being fluctuated by our own indriyas. Not being deviated by so many pursuits outside. The person who is clear with the goal. The mind which is endowed with viveka, distinguishing capacity. The mind which is finely tuned with satyam, asatyam knowledge. Nitya nitya vastu vivekaha. The mind which could understand the reality of the world. First, the viveka to be brought. Okay? The viveka to be brought. Why? Viveka means, so what is nityam, what is anityam? The anityatvam of the world must be understood first. The body to be understood. The body has the limitation. The body will perish in a day. The world also, all the enjoyments are changing. The world is not eternal. This is non-eternal. All the enjoyments, they are seemingly like shadow, like a mirage water. They are not endowed with what I need. The importance which I give to the world, because I believe world can give what I need. I need complete satisfaction. I think world can give that. No, world cannot give it. By having dosha darshanam again and again, and seeing the limitation of the entire world. That non-eternity, people are there. Half an hour before there was a person, now he is not. People are no more. No age limit. So whenever harati nimeshat khalas sarvam, it is non-eternal world. The life is like, it's a flicker of the moment. We don't know when it is going to be last breath. And whatever the achievement people achieve, after the achievement still they are dissatisfied. Death comes, may take place at any point of time. So all this kind of thinking and bringing the distinguishing capacity, viveka, then that viveka will bring vairagya. Once you learnt the world is asatyam, mithya. Mithya means false. False in the sense the experience of the world which I confirm the world is beautiful, false. World is painful, hell, false. Both of them are false. So I become very thorough in that. For that I need to have a clear observation about experiences and the incidents which happens to me, the incidents or accident which happens to others. For that we have to study lots of Puranas. Hiranyakashipu was there and he is no more. Narakasura was there, he is no more. Ravaneshwara was there, no more. So many people were there, no more. All people who were taken into the Sharira, even Prahlada was there. So many rishis, even they are not there. Whoever comes, they have to go. Even Krishna was, killed by somebody. That is the normal phenomenon of the nature of the world. That Vivekatvam to be brought. There is one entity called Atma, and that which is non-perishable, all-pervasive, by knowing which I will get moksha. I will get moksha, that is what is nothing but complete satisfaction. This is what known as Vairagya. Once you get this kind of realization in your mind, the mind won't be taken for a ride. The mind which won't set a wavering attitude. The mind which cannot become turbulent. Therefore, we need to set Vairagya. Vairagya means the mind which cannot be attractive, pulled towards outside world. That's what Krishna is bringing. There are two solutions. Vairagya is the best way. Once you get the Vairagya, again and again, Abhyasa means practice, continuous practice. Now he himself will explain what is Abhyasa and Vairagya. Let us continue. Asam yatatmana yogaha dushprapa iti me matihi vasyatmana tu yatata Shakyo vaptuma payataha. He says, Asamshayatmana yogaha. It is the yoga which to be brought in you, the way the discipline brought in you, and that yogaha means anididhyasanam, which is backed by Shravanam Mananam, that has to be doubtless. And that has to be focused enough. Samyatatma means the person who is endowed with complete focused mind. Okay. And this Vairagya, the mind which is endowed with Vairagya, Acharya beautiful says, Drishta drishta bhogeshu dosha darshana abhyasat vaitrushyam tena cha vairagyena grihyate. The mind which is endowed with fluctuation called vikshepa rupaha pracharaschitasya evam tanmanaha grihyate. The mind is endowed with the fluctuation because that is the nature. So Vairagya means by having dosha drishti. Again and again practicing Vairagya, you can bring to Samyama. Samyama means ekagrata chitta. If you are not bringing Samyama means complete focus and non-fluctuated state, yoga won't be available. It will become very difficult for you. That's what my opinion. Vashyatmana tu yatata shakyaha avaptum upayataha. Though the mind doesn't have the capacity to become concentrated, but abhyasa vairagya, slowly, without any intervenient or intervals, continuous practice will make definitely the mind to set or get settled with knowledge, no doubt in it. Then Arjuna brings another questions, because this portion is very important for us, because we are not ekachanda grahi. We have fluctuated mind, wayward mind, turbulent mind. We suffer because of our own psychological system. This is the solutions after learning all this Upanishad. This solution we need. It's very much importance. Arjuna's questions will help us to dwell more. We will continue tomorrow in the next episode. I'll see you. Harihi Om. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. 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 Harihi